we have already seen how to find surface area of combination of two solids. In today's video, we will see how to calculate the volume of combination of solids. Now, while calculating the surface area of the combination of solids, actually we have not added the surface area of two solids because some part of the surface area will be disappeared in the process of joining them. For example, if you take two cubes, each of side 4 centimeter, and you have joined these two cubes, then we got a cuboid. So the length of the cuboid has increased now. It is 8 centimeter. Breadth and height remain same. So when you join two cubes, you got a cuboid. And the total surface area of the cuboid, this cuboid is not the total surface area of the first cube plus total surface area of the second cube. We have not done like that because this surface has been disappeared when you joined the two cubes and we got a new shape, that is cuboid. However, this will not be the case when we calculate the volume. The volume of solid formed by joining two solids will be actually the sum of volume of those solids. If you want to find the volume, suppose I have joined these two cubes and I want to find out the volume of the new shape form, then that will be equal to volume of the first cube plus volume of the second cube will give you the volume of this new cuboid formed. So in case of volume you can add, but in case to find out the surface area we cannot actually add because some part of the surface area will be disappeared in the process of joining. So in today's video we will do some of the problems based on volume of combination of solids. Now the first question, a solid is in the shape of the cone standing on a hemisphere with both of their radii equal to 1 centimeter. A cone is standing above the hemisphere, radius of the cone as well as radius of the hemisphere both are same. It is equal to 1 centimeter. So here combination of solid, two solids are there. One is cone and other is hemisphere, both having same radius 1 centimeter, and cone is standing above the hemisphere. Height of the cone is equal to its radius. So height of the cone will be equal to radius, so that is also 1 centimeter. Now we need to find out volume of the solid. So volume of the solid, new solid formed, is equal to volume of cone plus volume of hemisphere. Volume of the cone plus volume of hemisphere. And we know that volume of the cone formula is 1 by 3 pi r squared h, and volume of the cone is 2 by 3 pi r cube. Now we can find out the volume in terms of pi, which is equal to 1 by 3 pi, r is 1, h is also 1. Same way radius of the hemisphere is also 1. So which is equal to 1 by 3 pi plus 2 by 3 pi, which is equal to 3 by 3 pi. So the answer is 22 by 7 or 3.14. Answer is pi centimeter cube. So the volume of the new solid formed is pi centimeter cube. Next question. Rachel, an engineering student, was asked to make a model shaped like a cylinder with two cones attached at its two ends by using a thin aluminum sheet. Diameter of the model is 3 cm, length is 12 cm, and if each cone has a height of 2 cm, find the volume of air contained in this model. So volume of air contained in this model will be equal to volume of cylinder plus volume of two cone at both the ends. So volume of two cones, and we know volume of cylinder is pi r square h, and volume of the two cone is 1 by 3 into pi r square h is the volume of the cone. Since there are two, I am multiplying with 2. Now we will write the height and radius for the cylinder as well as the cone. So cylinder, radius and height. So Rachel, an engineering student, was asked to make a model shaped like a cylinder with two cones attached at its two ends by using a thin aluminum sheet. Diameter of the model is 3 cm. That means radius will be 3 by 2. For cone also it will be 3 by 2. And the length is 12 cm. So the full model length is 12 centimeter. We need to find out height of separately for the cone as well as separate for the cylinder. And each cone has got height 2 centimeter. So height of this cone is 2 here as well as here. So 2 plus 2 4. 12 minus 4 will give you height of the cylinder. Cylinder height is from here to here, that will be 8. Total height of the model is 12 centimeter. Height of the cone they have given as 2 centimeter. So 12 minus 4, which is equal to 8 centimeter. Now we can substitute in the formula, which is equal to pi r square h 22 by 7 into 3 by 2 the whole square into 8 plus 1 by 3 into 22 by 7 into r square is 3 by 2 the whole square. H again for the cone, h is 2 centimeter. Since there are 2 cones, I am going to multiply with 2. So volume of the cylinder is equal to cylindrical portion. When you simplify this, we will be having 18 pi plus, and volume of the cone, when you simplify volume of both the cone, it will be 3 pi. So 18 pi plus 3 pi is 21 pi. Now you can substitute the value. 21 into 22 by 7 is 3, which is equal to 66 centimeter cube. Unit of volume is cube, centimeter cube. So volume of air contained in the model which Rachel has made, in which the cone is attached to both ends of the cylinder, is 66 centimeter cube. Next question. A gulab jamun contains sugar syrup up to about 30% of its volume. We need to find out how much syrup would be found in 45 gulab jamun. And the gulab jamun, each shape is like a cylinder with 2 hemispheres at the ends. So cylinder and the hemisphere at the end. We have 2 hemispheres and the cylinder. Length is 5 centimeter. The length of the gulab jamun is 5 centimeter and diameter is 2.8. So for cylinder, we have the radius as 1.4 because diameter is 2.8. Hemisphere also, the radius remains same, 1.4 centimeter. Now we need to find height of the cylinder. Height of the cylinder means from this 2.8, no, the total length is 5 centimeter. Total length is 5. From this 5, I need to subtract 1.4 plus 1.4, which is 2.8. So 5 minus 2.8 centimeter is equal to 2.2 centimeter will be the height of the cylinder. So the gulab jamun is in the shape of the cylinder with 2 hemispherical ends, and they have given the diameter as 2.8. So radius will be 1.4. Again we need to find the total length of the gulab jamun. They have given as 5. So we need to find length of the cylinder, height of the cylinder. So I have subtracted, since this will be also 1.4, I have subtracted 5 minus 2.8, which is equal to 2.2 centimeter. Now volume of one gulab jamun. Volume of one gulab jamun will be equal to volume of the cylinder plus volume of 2 hemisphere. So volume of cylinder plus volume of 2 hemisphere. So which is equal to volume of the cylinder, we know it is pi r square h, and volume of 2 hemisphere is 2 into 2 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, then we need to substitute the value. So it is pi into r square is 1.4 the whole square, h is 2.2 plus 2 into 2 by 3 into pi into r cube, hemisphere is 1.4 the whole cube. Now we can simplify this, so that will give you volume of one gulab jamun. So we have volume of cylindrical portion will be, when you simplify this, you have this as 13.55, and volume of the two hemispherical end, when you simplify this is 11.48. So total volume will be 25.03 centimeter cube. Now 30% of this is sugar syrup. So we need to find out volume of sugar syrup in this gulab jamun. Volume of sugar syrup, they have given that each gulab jamun contains 30% of sugar syrup. So 25.03 into 30 by 100, so which is equal to 7.50 centimeter cube. So one gulab jamun contains 7.50 centimeter cube of sugar syrup. Total there are 45 gulab jamun. So volume of sugar syrup, this is in one gulab jamun, volume of sugar syrup in 45 gulab jamun, 45 gulab jamun will be equal to 7.50 into 45, which is equal to 338 centimeter cube. So the question was not to find the volume of the gulab jamun, we had to find the volume of sugar syrup, how much syrup will be contained in 45 gulab jamun. For that, first find out volume of the gulab jamun, then find out they have given 30% will be the sugar syrup, find out 30% volume, and after that, since there are 45 gulab jamun, multiply with 45. Thank you for watching my video.